The next gen Tata Tiago. Dual tone interior, dual smartphone deck but wireless charger. Zip fast 100% watt shakmat bercedian, blind view monitor. Bagi way. Tek kum ki kali rem, hagador ke berjam. Tak saupoin rewlak. Just wow.
Deputy Commissioner ke East Kasil District Abilash Baranwal haka arpau terip nailar arjar penriau ulak pentep baki ladan bon Tylli ki kampenjat iki kali kata hadu laipuai Tylli ke jimpen praya Tylli ke Motdur jong Swami Vivekananda bat jong Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose lem khadre Ngut ki bala Shah Shoh Klep ki bala ja hapadeng ke jingya rally arshaka lem ki lama yong daka khasi student union haka no phai sngi khandai tarik nailar arjar penriau hakal leng kanong ba Shillong Deputy Commissioner loong ba kini ki jingja ki pendu ya ki jingshania bat jing artatien namar ki don ki samla ki bak puli bat tre shabar ka jala nalor ka sarkar ka penkhre ya ki jinghikai ban aikam arpo hajar ngut ki samla lengba ka MSSDS che ki benta ba fer Shoh halo ka jingyo lat ki bashim ka bu ban penjat penprai ki kali bat Shoh Klep ya ki brio Deputy Commissioner loong ba ki jingja Sted Palat bat kamdei ba ki pulit ki khemle ye Shoh halo ka jingyo lat ki bashim kabu ban penjat penprai ki kali bat Shoh Klep ki brio Deputy Commissioner loong ba ki jingja Sted Palat bat kamdei ba ki pulit ki khlemle ye
31 government and private vehicles have been damaged. 16 confirmed reports of assault of individuals have taken place. 2 statues of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Swami Vivekananda have been vandalized, and simultaneously 2 vehicles, one is a government vehicle and one is a private vehicle bearing registration from outside, they have been torched and arsoned. Yesterday a bike rally was organized by Khasi Students Union starting from around 4 p.m. which was duly permitted by the district administration with strict conditions. The rally started from Jayao at around 4 p.m. It ended at Jayao at around 4 p.m. Went around the town, and in a series of locations, several incidents of vandalism, arson, and assault of innocent bystanders were reported. And simultaneously, as was reported, there was desecration of statue of national icons like Swami Vivekananda and freedom fighter Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So that's the basically factual account of yesterday what has happened. The district administration strongly condemns what has happened yesterday, because an incident like this, a series of assaults which can vitiate the peaceful atmosphere of the city, has no place in a civilized and peaceful society. Incidents like these have a very negative bearing on all the efforts being made by the government of Meghalaya in promoting Meghalaya as not only a national but international tourist destination, which is intricately linked to the livelihood promotion of the people. And not just that, one must understand that an incident like this, I'm not saying that it will have, God forbid it should not have, but may have a repercussion on our people who are living outside Meghalaya. We are already seeing that near Jorabad, basically Meghalaya vehicles are being stopped. 1 or 2 vehicles, if I'm not mistaken, have been vandalized. So district administration, the government of Meghalaya is taking it up strongly with the counterpart administration and government. But however, the problem is that these repercussions will further deter the youths of Meghalaya in pursuing employment opportunities outside the state. For example, around 20,000 job opportunities have been recently notified by MSSDS across different parts of the state. We are anyway finding it difficult to mobilize the youth for that, for availing these opportunities. Any possible repercussion in any part of the country will further vitiate that trust. So that's why we strongly condemn the incident. And finally, at the night, the police had apprehended 3 leaders of the organization, and they had also gone to the office of the organization at Jayao, where after the intervention of the community, they came back. So see, first of all, we are aware of the past incidents. However, the government of Meghalaya believes in democratic expression of right of expression of protest. Now, if some organization does apply lawfully for any permission, in the past, if I would like to brief the media that many a times these protests etc. have been carried out without seeking any permission. This time they had sought permission. Simultaneously, if there is a legal application which has been submitted for a peaceful protest, which we were led to believe would be peaceful, we wanted to facilitate that under strict conditions. That's why the permission letter, we'll be sharing a copy of the same with you guys, wherein we had put down strict conditions so as to ensure that while we facilitate this democratic right of protest, no inconvenience should be caused to the public. We had apprehensions, and that's why we had put security deployment. Around 200 security people were there on the ground. However, now as we see that the route was quite long and there were pockets in which they could take advantage of maybe not enough deployment of security forces, and whatever happened. So while issuing permission as well, we did take into account these kind of apprehensions. That's why there were strict conditions. That's why security deployment was there. A permission to organize protests is not a permission to assault, to vandalize, to arson, to hurt children. So that is very clear. Whether our response during the course of rally was sufficient or not is something which we'll examine. It's a very dynamic situation. As you mentioned that it was not really an isolated incident. It kept on occurring throughout the rally. Now, I would like to request to everyone to not see it as that the district administration allowed a violent rally, to go on a rampage. It was a 3-hour rally in which, as we were receiving inputs, we were trying to respond to the same. But as the situation continued to evolve and it was a dynamic situation, there were incidents which could still happen. But then it was not like the police was, we were not really responding. It's just that it was happening so fast that maybe at times our response was not swift enough. Police already is examining the evidence. There were a lot of people who were involved in vandalism, arson, assault. And police is trying to identify them, and there will be. So basically it's a part of investigation. As part of investigation, whoever they find have been involved in these kind of activities, they are going to try and arrest them. Precise information of the timing of arrest I will not be able to give you because I don't have that at my hand. In fact, that is not here in my the letter the note that I also have. Maybe you can approach SP office for that precise time. So they were arrested I believe that, see, I can not give you verified information. The best person to be able to answer that would be SP. However, if you if you reach out to me, let's say after half an hour, 1 hour, I'll be able to give you that information.
Habatin, page bahagi kishab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataya kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pet ya ka sharp plus F ha ka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la icon diat bada ka bathau bha kam kata I ka dur jingki marbam ka jing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki. Balehi panai kita. Kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan. Ka kot ka kia. Ka nutrition ba khambha ka jing im ba khambha pendon kam daki marba medon ka sharp plus F menta kasni.
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.